Welcome back, friends. I am Mello7, and this is Rimworld Alpha 17. And yeah, we're continuing on with our horrible winter. To be fair, winter's almost over. We are on the last day of winter. Spring is just about here. You can see they have actually, I don't know why, we have a bad seasonal temperature here, but they have started to plant. I don't really expect any of this stuff to survive, but at least short-term wise, it's beginning to go up. So we will see how that goes. You will also see we are out of food. I've got 2 meals left, and I've got 1 bit of raw food. We did go through and kill all of the male roosters here, and we do have a little bit of food there for butchering. So one of the reasons we went through and killed all the young roosters was we just had too many animals to feed. I mean, that's essentially it, right? We just had too many. So we had to feed us and them. And we were all eating meals at that point because none of these guys will eat meat, but they'll all eat prepared meals. And we are out of all of our vegetable matter. So, yeah, there's that. We did just get this emu. I was going to train him, but I think instead we're just going to butcher him. We do have the husky puppy here already, and we've got another alpaca. So we've got more and more mouths to feed, essentially, right? And very little food to do it with. So we may end up just eating all the chickens soon. We only have 1 egg right now, so we'll just have to kind of see how that goes. But let's hit play and see what happens when people wake up. Now, obviously, the goblins are fine just eating raw meat, right? We could just butcher and do that. And while I'm thinking about it, let's see. I'm interested in what gets us the best bang for our buck for meals or for food. So if we look at, say, let's come down here and look at a basic meal, simple meal, details. We need 0.5 nutrition. Raw material, right? So everyone gets us 0.5 nutrition of raw food. And it gets us 0.9 nutrition. So that's an excellent turnaround, right? Is that right? We need 0.5, 5 work. My 1 meal's gone. So that's pretty spectacular right there. That's great. So if we could do that. Now let's check out pemmican. Pemmican takes, again, half a nutrition, 0.25 meat and 0.25 vegetarian. But it only gives us 0.05 nutrition by itself. So we wasted a lot of food by making pemmican. We did that because we didn't think we could have food survive, right? That was it. Nothing else was going to hang out. We were probably better off leaving all those vegetables just sitting there. Maybe even leaving a fair amount of raw meat and making a minimum of meals. Although the simple meals, now that we know, provide more bang for the buck than anything else, is pretty spectacular. So work rate is 12, nutrition 0.05. That's pretty terrible compared to requiring 0.5, same requirement, 0.9 nutrition, and 5 work to make. So from here on out, we're killing pemmican. Now, we may still want something for long travel, but I think for the most part, most of our local travel can be within 3 days, which is how long it takes a simple meal to spoil. And then the other thing is, let's look at a fine meal real fast. So that takes also 0.5 total nutrition, something and vegetarian. And that gets us also 0.9 and 8 to make. So, okay. And again, they're going to go bad slowly. But what we could do is we can look at research. We could do nutrient paste, by the way. That'd make life even easier for us. But we could work on packaged fine meals. These packaged survival meals. I think that's probably the next thing we should. Once we finish transport, once we finish transport pod, which I think is what we're on. Yeah, we're almost done with that. I say we go nutrient paste packaged survival meal. And that way, I'm going to turn down my game volume here a little bit. It's kind of loud on my end. That way we can maybe make those instead of pemmican for our travel supplies. So I think that's the route to go now. So, you know, right now a simple meal is worth making because that gets us more nutrition than anything else per the amount of food that we have. Even more than just eating the raw meat. So we're going to go that route. We'll see how this goes. We're up to 6 meals, which obviously isn't even enough to feed everybody one time today. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting some work done. We almost have a meal per person. Of course, now the dogs have come in. Now the alpacas have come in. Now the chickens have come in. You know what? This is too much. We're gonna get rid of a rooster. These are just so little. It's not even worth getting. We'll get rid of this hen. You know what? I think we get rid of all the hen. We're gonna have hens obviously in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have 4 hens in there. So I think we've got to do that. I'm also wondering about potentially getting rid of an alpaca. No, we'll go with this for now. Let's see, what do we have to hunt? Anything that's running out here, we're getting. Is this our alpaca? That's our alpaca. He's trying to get out here, get a little bit of food. That's something good. I mean, our alpacas should hopefully start to be, all the animals should start to be able to go out and get some food. You know, around some of these warm areas, there is some food. I'm not seeing a whole lot moving on the map, guys. We've got a raid. They're attacking immediately. Okay, they're all over there. We do have people kind of scattered. I'm gonna go ahead and draft everybody. Draft here. Now, Joseph, I think, is he's kind of hosed at the moment. I'm gonna send him. Hopefully we'll remember. I'm going to send him this way. Oh, here, we'll send him up a little bit. We'll send him up and then back down that way. Everybody else, I think, is okay to get back to place. Now, we know that Mr. Reginald Mancow won't fight, so we'll send him there. Everybody else, we need to start to get in place. Man, we've got a lot of people. $5,000. John doesn't have a weapon. Oh, where did I put Joseph? Oh, I didn't put Joseph anywhere because he's melee. Okay. There. Something like that. And 5,000. John, what are you good at? Nothing. Nothing. We're just going to come over here and get you a, how about a sword? Alright, so we'll see how this goes as we get everybody back slowly. 5,000. John, you can now just go stand over here with the other melee fighters. Where's Joseph? I think we can bring him in through the back door now safely. So we'll have all our melee fighters there. Oh! Dogs. Animals. I think we're about to lose another mouth to feed. Oddly enough, it's suicidal. Get in there, suicidal. There we go. Okay. Hopefully they're not going to chase the dog too long. There we go. That might have worked to our advantage, actually, to kind of spread them out. God, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. Bring these guys up here. Whoops. There we go. I think that works okay. Emergency over. Let's go ahead. We will undo that. And it does look like it actually did it for once. And we go back to our animals. And some of these can be back to unrestricted. Something like that. Do I have the unforbid? There. Whoops. There we go. All right, so this guy is still alive. Firefighting, pyromaniac, annoying void. Nope, I think we just finished him off. And same with everybody else. I think right now the only thing I have set up to use human meat is fine meals. So we will make fine meals out of people. Everything else we'll make simple meals out of. And I think that's okay. What's our temperatures up to? Temperature outside is up to 40. Oh, what about this guy? I didn't see him. Character. He doesn't social. He's nervous, but industrious. Now, I think we're just, for now, I would rather have more meat and fewer mouths to feed. I think we can all agree that's probably a good idea. Junebug was the only one injured. Let's see how Junebug is. Should be okay. She got punched. Oh, and people, did I unrestrict people? I obviously have some people. Yep, unrestricted. Okay. And we need to fix, let's make things. Let's do that. There we go. Look at that. We got plants coming back and grass and stuff. That will really, really help because now those alpacas can all come out here to eat. That is awesome. And the chickens for that matter. You know what? I'm going to unrestrict the chickens. It's probably a bad idea. But let's get as many people out eating elsewhere as possible. There we go. Get everything cleaned up. Still got some snowmen that have hung around a little bit. Where are our temperatures inside? 69, 73. Still nice and warm in here. 83 and 28 in here. I did get some coolers built, so those are in there. So we will be able to handle that in the future. I think that's, which is one of the reasons why we don't have to worry about pemmican at all, at least in the short term. And I think there we go. Oh, I don't know if this is crisis averted quite yet, but we're doing a little bit better than we were. I do have butchering still on, right? Yeah, maybe. Looks like we're just doing the animals before we do the rest of it. I know Gerardo can butcher people. We'll just have to see. Now, we did build these, but I think we've turned off all of the space traveling factions. So I don't honestly think those will help us in any way, shape, or form. But I guess they're not going to hurt us either. They just use materials. No wind, but we could probably start to build a solar panel or two. Temperature. No, power. I want power. No, we don't have solar yet. We haven't researched it yet. So we'll just have to hope that the batteries are good enough for now. We are going to obviously have much less strain on our heaters at the moment, as the temperatures hopefully start to come up a little bit. We'll just have to kind of see how that goes. We're still using wood stoves here, so they're not a draw. We'll be able to make food. There we go. It looks like the wind turbines are kicking back up again before our batteries drain too badly. And it does look like we're beginning to butcher people. We are making meals. We've got 21 meals so far. Okay. Again, crisis not averted yet, you know, but it is the 1st of spring here for us, right? The 1st of September in the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. I can't talk for us. That's at least something. Hopefully we'll get some growing going here soon. Although, you know, whether it can survive nighttime or not, I don't know. All right, so we finished our transport pod. So let's go nutrient paste. We're going to need refining as well before we do anything with the pods, because we need to make fuel. But I think for now, we'll just run with this. And I think we put the short bows here, everybody else up here, including the shotgun. I noticed here that these guys didn't really get a shot till people were right on top of them. So we'll put the shorter range weapons here and the great bows up there. Alright, it's a good thing they give us raids on occasion or we would starve to death. Still got about 5 people in there to eat and a sturgeon. I wonder if we actually do get caviar sometimes from sturgeon. It always asks, maybe you'll be eating caviar soon. There we go, get everything planted. I did convert some of these cotton ones back to rice so that we can hurry and get some food in really, really quickly. While we wait for the corn and the potatoes to grow. Okay. And I think we're running across probably soon. Maybe it'll be time to do another trade caravan. You know, we're gonna have a bunch more dead man's clothes to dump. Although we could just continue to tailor those down. It's not necessarily a terrible thing. Alright, well, you know, dare we start to dream about a run to the North Pole again? Now that our volcanic winter is over. And we have been getting some stones made, which is nice. We do have all the flooring that we had queued up done. We don't have every room done yet, though, so let's go ahead and, floor. What, marble tile, probably? What do we think we have? Limestone. Lots of limestone. Oh, wait, let's go back to limestone, then. Limestone tile. And those are the big square tiles. Cancel that. We want, I think, this. Oops. Something like that. And we may as well do this bedroom while we're at it. There we go. Lots of planting. We don't have to do a whole lot of hunting for the moment. We are doing continuing to do our fishing. We are down a bit on animals, but is what it is. I guess we could have eaten the last rooster too. We do have a few roosters in this next group, but you don't want to put all your eggs into one basket, right? Literally in this case. All right. I'm procrastinating writing a final for my students right now for my welding class. To be fair, it is mostly, I've got, 4 or 5 copies of the final already written. I just have to modify one for this particular class, so it shouldn't be too much work. But the summer semester sure did fly by. I'm sure the summer break flew by for those of you on vacation. But man, it went really, really fast. It was a good class, though. Major break risk, gaming sponge. Well, it was going to be him or Scarlet. Scarlet doesn't have enough to keep her busy, but that's okay. Looks like we've got all our planting in. Place looks fairly clean. We don't have any construction built up. I suppose we could do a little bit of mining. We could queue up a little of that. Give Braden something to do. Yeah, I think we'd probably do a little bit more down here too, since we've got this little pocket close to home there that we've been slowly working on. Looks like we've just about used. Looks like we did use up all our available stones. I suppose we could also mine out this last bedroom in case we need it. Buck Revenge, all right. Jump to location. You got this info? Let's see. Health, Bruise right. You got this. You got this. Do we have anybody else nearby that can help? No. Reginald won't help. There we go. And info is victorious. Good job, info. Although we probably do need that buck killed sooner rather than later, since we are almost out of meat. We're down to one. Oh, no more meat. We're down to. We got 26 meals. My gosh, goblins eat a lot. Well, to be fair, we do have a fairly large group. Hopefully, though, having plants out here again is going to help out with the chickens and the alpacas and stuff. So we did see alpacas in the winter out around the geothermal spots eating. So hopefully that will continue to be a thing. You know, we might... Kibble's good for the dogs, but we might be better off just leaving hay for the animals. Let's go ahead and suspend this. I think we'll just do hay for the hay grass. 0.2 nutrition. Had a heater breakdown. Oh, well, there's worse times for that to have happened than now. Gaming Sponge is still having a bad day. Cooked cannibalism. Sorry, buddy. Ugly environment. I don't know why you have an ugly environment. Your room should be fine. It's not ugly. It's pretty, buddy. I don't know what you're complaining about. It's even slightly impressive. I think our bedrooms are just fine for the moment. All right, well, I think for the moment, although again we're back down to very little food, I think this is going to be an ongoing crisis here for a little bit, trying to bring in enough food for everybody. Or actually two things there to hunt. There were. I'm just going to keep flagging stuff to hunt. And that's kind of it. That's going to be... Whoops. That's going to be it for a little while, I think. We do have this timber wolf. We should probably hunt him. We'll see how that goes. And I think that's probably enough for today. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. You hated it, thumbs down. Yeah, questions, comments, critiques down below. If you want to subscribe, if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I think that's it for the final spiel there, right? And we're just going to keep sitting here and hunting and waiting for plants to grow. If something major happens, we will be right back, and we will see you next time. May the Force be with you.